We're here with Chris and Adam, the developers of Marvellous Mistake, which is a fucking great name. I love the poster, by the way. How are you two doing?
Very good, actually. We're having lots of fun here.
Yeah, I'm fantastic.
We're having fun. Come on. Now, much like all the other indies here, you're going to have the challenge of explaining the game to me with what I know pretty much nothing about it.
So shall I have a go? I'll try.
Yeah,
you fill in the gaps. So the Marvellous Mistake is a improvisational, non-violent action heist game that breaks all the rules. So by way of example, when you normally think of stealth games, you play a murderer or an assassin or a soldier, and you'll stay still somewhere safe in the shadows, and you'll watch a guard go back and forth, and then you'll sneak out at the right time and kill them, and then do that to all the other guards until everyone's dead, and you win. And I really like that, but we decided to do something a bit different with our game. So instead of playing a soldier or an assassin, you play a lady with a handbag and a hat, Sophia Take. You don't hide in the shadows, there's no hiding places, it's light and bright. The guards don't follow a fixed pattern, they have a random patrol route. So you can't really, it's not really worth waiting to see what happens.
You can't, there's not just, you know.
There's no point trying to learn the guards because you don't know where they're going to go. And you can't kill them, you can't hurt anyone, it's completely non-violent. So that sounds a little bit like we've just broken stealth. But what we've done instead is we've added some other new mechanics. So first of all, we make the way that the game works very clear to the player. So you can tell what the guards can see and what they can't. You can determine what they can hear and what they can't. Additionally, the guards, although they are unpredictable, they are reliably stupid. So your character can misdirect them very easily by making noise or letting them see her for a small space of time. And thirdly, your character, in the same way that the guards are stupid, Sophia Take is really smart. So she's very fluid and lithe. She can take cover when she needs to without you, the player, having to worry about that too much. And that allows you to worry about much more interesting, complicated scenarios than you'd see in other games. So you would be dealing with a sniffer dog and a camera and a laser and two guards all at the same time. And that sounds completely overwhelming. But in this game, you can handle that because it's very simple and clean to play.
And what would be the story behind this all? I mean, is it a random sort of assortment of is it gamey, or is it there a story behind it all?
Well, we're gameplay guys, Chris and myself. So we are proper gameplayers king. So we've well and firmly had our game developer, like gameplay guys, hats on the whole way through. Having said that, we do have some very talented friends. So I've been chatting to an amazing guy called James Leach, who's been helping us with the story, and he's just fantastic. And he's helped us flesh out this, kind of toy boxy, very gameplay-based game with a kind of a funny backstory as well, with great dialogue, which makes me laugh, and silly headlines of newspapers. So it's kind of got everything, really.
All the things you'd want from a stealth game, really, yeah.
Yeah. It's got funny characters, very tense action, and loads of fun.
And what kind of person do you think this game would be aimed at?
Well, there's two types of people. There's people that love stealth games, and there's people that don't love stealth games. And people that love stealth games, they'll want to play it already. They already know about the cool feeling that you get from stealth games, which is to do with feeling in control and feeling cleverer than everything else on the screen. But also, a lot of people that we have had play here have told us that they don't actually like other stealth games because they don't like sitting and doing nothing for a long time, or they don't like it feeling like they're just like playing a violent character. And when they get onto this, they kind of get a chance to play a completely different flavour of stealth game. And for some of these people, it's the first time they've got to play a game where they've been winging it and feeling really clever and outsmarting stuff, even though they don't have the other trappings of a bandana or a cloak and stuff like that.
It's more, the player feels more in control really with it then, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So it's kind of straddled both categories, I guess. Fancying everyone else.
Well, looking at the art style of it, it's very pretty. It's simple but pretty. And what inspired that art style in particular?
Chris?
Well, our artist is actually back in the office working on the game, so I feel a little bit guilty speaking on his behalf. But part of it was just, really just the how do I phrase it? Just not wanting to make it look just like other stealth games. Like it's not heavily shadow based. It's not like a Thief thing where you duck into a dark corner for 45 minutes. So yeah, part of it was just wanting to make it very clear what was going on, wanting to do something cool and different, and just, I don't know, just a nice fresh art style that suits the character, suits the setting.
Simple, bright, colourful, nice, and yeah.
We found like we made a really early prototype, but what was surprising to us was it felt quite funny to play. And as soon as it started feeling funny, we thought, oh, we can't have a gloomy game on top of this sort of funny gameplay. So it became quite natural to start looking in the opposite direction.
And I assume just you two and the artist. Is there anyone else on your team, or is it just you three, or what is it?
There's a whole gang now. There's like us two. We got a fantastic artist, another two great programmers back at the office. We've got our writer James Leach, some super talented animators who are like contracting. So yeah, it's like a quite a happy gang.
How long have you been making all this game then?
We started it in July last year, I think. So just over a year now. And when it started, it was just me and Adam working together on the prototype. But gradually over the course of that year, when we started putting art in, started doing more work on it, the team grew to the 6 or 7 people at the most that it is right now, Adam was describing.
And what got you two in particular, what got you into this kind of independent games development in particular?
We're really lucky. So we are part of Wonderstrike, who are the first party game team for a company called Turbulence, who make amazing technology. And we were given a chance to just prototype this game to see how it went. And that was like all you could really wish for, because luckily people did seem to like the game, and that got us more permission to grow it and build it. And so it's kind of like a dream come true project. It's been really, really nice.
Passion project for you lot then, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And how far along in development is it at this point? Is it early alpha? Is it what's the situation there?
It's hard to say in terms of alpha or beta. I guess beta. Like we're pretty close to the end sort of thing. We're at the stage where we're polishing it, fixing bugs, working on the later levels in the game.
I mean, compared to most of the games, most of these games are tech demos or very, very, very early alpha. So this is one of the most. So this is quite almost done at this point. Then, close to being done.
Yeah, it's always hard to say, but we don't feel that all far off. And it's kind of getting to almost the end of its show life cycle. Well, actually, that's a stupid thing to say. Forget I said that. But we've had when we first took it to shows, it really was the white box prototype. So we've taken it to quite a handful of shows now, and it's always looked completely different every time. So this is the first time it's looked as good as this.
It does look very good. I love the. I don't know. There's something really nice about the shadow quality of in that scene, particularly. Like, I don't know. It just looks nice. I can never describe it. It just looks really good. It just looks really good. It just looks very good. And when are you hoping to release this then?
Fingers crossed. We're still finalising our release date. So I'm afraid this is one of those watch this space kind of things. But it should be soon. We're hoping soon. Soonish. Okay, and it's going to be on Steam, I assume. Yes, we're hoping for Steam first. However, with the way that we're making it, it's very portable. So, if fingers crossed, it will go to other platforms soon after.
Yeah, that's good. Hopefully, it'll be successful. And what kind of price point you want to put this in at? Do you think?
Chris? Well, actually, we can't even talk about that, can we?
We can't really talk about that because we're.
Okay, well that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, don't worry about that.
It'll always feel like a bargain. You're gonna love it.
Yeah. And how long do you think it'd take a person to go through the entire game then?
We've been timing people, and we've got well over 10 hours, I think.
Yeah, I'd say around the 15-hour mark at the moment. But of course, we're still balancing the final difficulty and that sort of thing. So it's
10 to 15 hours. So it's got a good amount of content in there for your money then. Yeah. Oh, good. So it definitely. I assume so. Whatever price you put it up for, which I assume will be reasonable. It's not going to be £50 or anything. Oh, yeah. But so it'll be worth the money, I'm sure. So yeah, thanks so much for chatting with me, and thanks a lot. Yeah, thanks a lot. And the links to the game and the Twitter in the description. And I know you're going to hate me, cameraman. You're going to want to click up at that little air conditioner up there to go see more content. Yeah. Zoom right up there. Click that air conditioner.